Hi everyone. I wanted to come on here live tonight and talk about how your intuition is the secret sauce that you might be missing out on, and how you can use it in your business, in your life, and you can have it as the best business strategy tool that you could ever possibly wish for. But I feel like there's an element of people at the moment getting a little bit inside their heads. Hi Francine. A little bit too much in the strategy and the how, and looking too far ahead, and sometimes worrying overly that things maybe aren't going to happen for them. And there's an energy coming through at the moment that's saying you need to start listening to your intuition. So if you have been feeling a little bit out of sync, a little bit out of alignment lately, this message could be for you, and it could be something that you need to hear. But intuition in my business was something that I knew I had, and I often at the beginning thought I can't just rely on intuition in business. I can't just rely on using my psychic abilities, my spiritual sense to run a business. I mean, that's daft, isn't it? Who does that? But actually, once I started to use intuition in my business, that was when everything changed. That was when I finally started to run not just my business, my empire as me fully. Now, you have never actually run your business before. Like, there is nobody else who has done it. There is no one else who can train you how to run your business, because you are doing it as you. And you are the expert. You are the one who knows exactly how to bring in the success, to bring in the clients, to bring in the wealth. You know all of the ways to do that. And the way you know that is that dream to start the business in the first place was an intuitive hit. It dropped in from your intuition, from that premonition, from that, if you think of a sliding doors moment where you are living that life somewhere, there was a little bit of energy that dropped in to say, this is what could be. And there was a bit of you that was so excited that you went for it. You started the business, you started following that path, and you took that intuitive hit to do it in the first place. But then along the way, we always get hooked on, well, other people will know better, or they've done it before, they've made millions, so I best follow their strategy. And have you been doing this and got to the point where you're feeling like, I've tried all the things, I've done all the courses, but there's something missing. It just doesn't seem to click for me. I get success, but not as much as I want. I get, traction and movement, but just not as much as I know I could have. And that could be because you're not using your intuition as much as you could be in your business. Now, there's nothing wrong with learning strategies and ways to move forward and ways to grow things in your business, but as long as they feel intuitively aligned to you. So firstly, if you were starting to use intuition in your business and you wondered how to do this, hi Holly, what you could start to do is understand, how does your intuition show up for you? How does it speak to you? How does it come through? Now, we sometimes get confused because our ego comes through and speaks to us, and that's the one that's super loud and can be really deceptive as well. It loves to hide. It's a trickster. It'll show up in people around you. It'll show up in the way you talk to yourself in lots of different voices. It'll put on that logical voice to tell you, have you planned it through? Have you thought this out? Have you got all the steps in place? All those types of things. It'll also tell you all the things that you're not good at. So it'll come through and tell you you're not good at this, you've never done this before, how can you do that? So it'll tell you all these different ways to stop you from following your intuition. Whereas your intuition will come through in signs, synchronicities, it'll drop in emotion to you, so it'll tell you what feels good, and then you'll get that excited buzz, and it feels like, oh my God, this could be amazing. And at that point, that's when your intuition gets excited. But then your ego will come in and say, oh, but. So really learning how it comes to play for you and how it starts to talk to you. For me, for years, it took me a while to understand what my intuition was saying, because my intuition is a claircognizant, it's a knowing. So basically it feels like a thought dropping in my head, or I know what to say, or I just have a knowing that the energy's there, or there's something around it. And when you get those thoughts, it can be really hard to decipher because sometimes you don't trust them. But once you start trusting them, so I just started to tell myself, I always know what to do. I always know what to say. So that's when I started using my intuition, even when it come down to doing lives, when it comes to my videos, when it comes to doing my business readings for people. All of those things are when I'm using my intuition. And the reason I can tap into that is because I decided to start trusting it. I decided to start trusting I will know what to say. So I always fed that belief that knowing is always going to be there. And some people are, they have visions, they have audio that comes through, they have senses and feelings. So it's really starting to understand, how does it show up for you? It might show up in your body. You might get a visceral reaction in your body to things when your intuition is calling you out. You might see things really clearly, but it's going to be different for us all. But the benefit is you get to discover how it is for you, and then you get to use it as a secret sauce in your business. And that's the thing. So once you start to use your intuition in your business, it opens up the energy. It allows you to flow to areas that feel good for you. And when you're feeling good, that is when you are going to be operating at your best. If you're doing things because you believe you should be doing them, that is when your energy is going to be all restricted and you're going to feel like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And what that does is it shuts down your energy to magnetize in. So if you're feeling restricted, or you're feeling like you're doing things that you should be doing, or you feel like you're doing things that just feel heavy, what that is doing it to your magnet and your business magnet, remember. So this is around you attracting clients, getting ideas, getting opportunities, getting brand deals, all of those types of things. That's when it's stopping it happening, because your energy is in that restrictive mode. But when you start really following your intuition and following what lights you up, that's when your energy expands and you become more open to receiving. You become more open to receiving goodness in your business, more clients, more followers, more money, all of the things that you want. So if you've been wanting to explore using your intuition in your business, then I would definitely recommend it. And I'm going to be hosting a 3-day live event next week. So it's starting at 8 p.m. on the 16th of July, and it's called Quantum Success Activation. It's going to be a 3-day mini series where I'm going to be taking you through how to quantum leap the energetic timeline, so that you are literally going to be jumping from here to here. But to do that, we've got to tap into your intuition. We've got to activate that energy. We've got to show you what feels good, what feels right, what big dreams want to come through. So if you're feeling aligned to that, make sure you come and join me, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. But as well, this might have just been your message to say, oh, I've been a bit in my head. I need to get back to my practices. I need to get back to things like meditation, things like taking a bit of time out, getting out in nature, doing the things that connect you into source and make you feel aligned, because that's maybe the message that you needed. So I'm going to come on here and I'll share loads more with you, because I've got Quantum Success Activation, which is happening next week. And this month is the month that you can join Miraculous Success Academy. So if you don't know what that is yet, it is my signature mastermind program, and it opens twice a year, and it's going to be open for the rest of July to start in August. So if you are ready to up-level your business and really start to quantum leap and make energetic shifts, then that's where you need to get yourself. Honestly, that is a group of absolute queens who are killing it in business and really want to use their intuition to the best of their ability to make a difference in this world and create massive impact. So if that's you, go and check out Miraculous Success Academy. But for everybody else, start listening to your intuition. It really does want to work with you, and it only wants the best for you. So have the best night, have the best weekend. I'm Rachel Jackson, host of the Soulful Badass podcast. And there's a latest episode on there about how to keep your vibrations high during a launch program. So If you are in the middle of a sales launch, go and check that out. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.